Good morning children. I hope class 7th children are watching this video and I hope you must be keeping well. As we had been doing mensuration, and in mensuration few questions already we had solved, but very near we have final exam, so we need to complete our syllabus also. So today in this class we have taken Chapter 21, that is collection and organization of data, mean, median and mode. So in mensuration whatever things we have completed up to there, you do practice. You should be able to solve all the questions in exam. From there itself question is going to come. So up to there itself, at least whatever things have been done up to there you be complete, so that easily you will be able to solve questions in exam. And rest of the chapters, only important questions whatever will be given, those questions only you do, those are going to come in exam. So every day when you are watching video, be with your book copy, and while watching itself try to complete each and everything, so that pending work you must not be having. So here in this chapter also all the questions we will not take. Few questions we will take from each exercise, important questions, and those questions definitely will come in exam. So here in this chapter we will see today some basic definitions. Already we had done in class 6. Those things will be repeated again. Some basic definitions are there. You need to know those things, or you need to review or recall those things. Then we will see mean of ungrouped data, mean of tabulated data, and few questions we will see from exercise 21A. So let's start. Here you can see the present day society is information oriented. In various fields we need information in the form of numerical figures called data. So already in class 6 we have learned that if any information we have, and that is represented in the form of numerical figures, this information is represented in the form of numerical figure, then this is called data. So that you need to remember. So any information if that is being represented in the form of numerical figure, that will be called data. These data may be related to the profits of company during last few years, the monthly wages earned by workers in a factory, the marks obtained by the students of class in a certain examination, the expenditure on various heads in 5-year plan, or etc. Anything, if any data you are getting, any information you are getting, and if you are writing that data in the form of numerical figure, that will be called data. Or you can say any information if you are getting and that you are writing in the form of numerical figure, that will be called data. So I hope you understood what is data. So already you have learnt in class 6. Again some definitions are there. Here you can see those definitions are: first you have data, a collection of numerical figures giving some particular type of information is called data. Examples have been given: the heights in centimeter of 11 players in a school are 155 centimeter, 148 centimeter, 161 centimeter, and so on has been given. So these information what we are getting about the height of the 11 player of the school, this will be called data. Why? Because this has been represented in the form of numerical figure. Next you see the marks obtained by 10 pupils in a class test out of 50. 42, 12, 23, 8 and so on. So 10 pupils data we have. This information is there and that has been written in the form of numerical figure, and that's why this will be also called data. Then you have raw data. which will be called raw data. Data obtained in the original form is called raw data. So again, suppose here this is raw data, this is also called primary data. Secondary data, that has not been given in your syllabus, so later you will learn. This is also called primary data, that is raw data. So data obtained in the original form. If suppose you have been given task that you find out the height of 10 students of your class, and you are going to find out, you have measured and you have found out some information. So those data, what height you have got of 10 students, because you have done yourself, so that will be original one, and that's why that will be called raw data. If the same data what you have prepared, if that will be used by some other person for his or her use, then for him or her, the same your original data or raw data will be called secondary data, because he has not measured, you have measured. So data, the first man who is collecting the data, so that data will be called raw data. And if the same information what has been collected before and is being used, then that will be called secondary data. Array is what? If data what you have got, suppose some 10 students height you have got, if that is being arranged in either ascending order or descending order, then that will be called array. Tabulation of data is what? Arranging the data in a systematic form in the form of a table is called tabulation of the data. Then you have observation. Each numerical figure means data what you have collected, so each data or each numerical figure, that will be called observation. Frequency of an observation, the number of times a particular observation occurs, is called its frequency. Suppose if you are finding, suppose in your class 50 children are there, you are finding out the height of 50 children. So maximum children's height is 4 feet, suppose. So suppose maximum of the children, they are having 4 feet. So suppose 20 children are having or 30 children are having 4 feet. So 4 feet is occurring how many times? 30 times. If suppose any child is there who is 5 feet height, only one child is there, so frequency of 5 feet is 1. So frequency means what? The number of times a particular observation or particular data is occurring, that will be called frequency. That may be 0, that may be 1, that may be 2, 3, 4 and so on. Statistics. It is the subject that deals with the collection, presentation, analysis and interpretation of numerical data. So what data is collected, that data is presented in proper way. First of all, data is collected, that is presented in different way, in tabulation form, in as a bar graph, pie chart, many other forms are there, that is presented, that is analyzed. And if interpretation is done, these all the things are done in a specific subject, and that subject is called statistics. So statistics is also a branch of maths. Here you see some examples have been given. Very old questions are there, already you have done in your previous class. Given below is the data showing the number of children in 20 families of a locality, 3, 1, 3, 2, 2, like this. Arrange the data in ascending order and then prepare a frequency table. So easy it is. Here you see 0 number, then 1 you have, then 2 you have, 3, this has been arranged in ascending order. Now here as tabulation form, when you are showing that number of children, just you see 0. Number of children 0 is there, how many times? You need to count this, 1 time it is, so 1 has been written. Tally marks it is said, that is 1. Then you have 1, how many families are having 1 children? So just you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times, so frequency is 4. And this will be written in tally marks in this way. 2, how many times are there? 7. So how it has been written? 1, 2, 3, then cross mark is done. This becomes 5. Then 6, 7. 3, how many times are there? 6, and 4 2 times are there. So in table in this way this is represented. So this is called frequency table. So I hope you understood. Example 2, I hope you will be able to understand. Now we have mean of ungrouped data. The mean of some given observations is defined as mean is equal to sum of the given observations divided by number of the given observation. This you try to understand. So easy it is. Mean is nothing but average. Mean is nothing but average. If you know average, by seeing example you can learn. Find the mean of the numbers. Suppose, leave this example. Suppose you have 5 subjects. Suppose you have maths, English, science, Hindi and SST. So in your first term exam, suppose in maths you have got 80, in English you have got 70, in Hindi, in science you have got 60, in Hindi you have got suppose again 70, and SST you have got 60. Now if someone will ask what average marks you have got, what will be required to be done? Average, if you need to find out what is required to be done, all the numbers are required to be added. These all the numbers are required to be added and will be divided by the number of subject. What we will do, here you see, we will add this number. So how we will solve? If average we need to find out, what we will do, average will be equal to 80 plus 70 plus 60 plus 70 plus 60 and divided by number of subject 5, and then we will find out average. So just you add and you find out. This will be 0, 8 and 7 15, and 6 21, and 7 28, and 6 will be 34. So this will be 340 divided by 5. You divide this, 5 6 is 30 and 5 8 is 40. So your average marks is, if all together if it will be asked what is your average marks, you will say the same thing is there in mean. In mean what you are doing? Sum of the given observations. Sum of the given observation means this observation. You have added this, sum of this divided by number of the given observation. So how many observations are there? 5 observations are there. So in this way we need to find out. So mean is nothing but finding out average. So here you see one example how it has been done, how it has been solved, and in the same way you need to do. So you need to remember first your formula. This formula what has been written, that you need to remember. Sum of the given observations divided by number of the given observation. Find the mean of the numbers. Here you see 7.6, 6.8, 8.5 and so on has been given. Sum of the given numbers, this is required to be added. How many times it is? Just you count 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So 8 numbers are there. So you need to add this number and is required to be divided by 8, and what answer you will get, that will be your mean. So finally what you are getting, you are finding out average. In the same way other examples have been given, you need to go through. So easy it is. Next we will see mean of the tabulated data. If suppose if tabulated data is there, how we will find out? What we will do? Because here it was easy, only numbers were given. Only numbers are given, just we need to add that, and how many times it is, that we need to divide. But here if in tabulated data we have, how that will be solved. So here you see, let the frequencies of n observations. Suppose x1, x2, x3 up to xn, this much observation you have. Be f1, f2, f3 and up to fn, these are frequencies. These are observation, these are frequencies. Then how mean will be found out? What we need to do, we need to multiply this x into f. X is what? Observation into frequency. So f1 into x1, suppose this is f1 x1 and this is f1, this has been multiplied. This x2 into f2, this has been multiplied. F3 into x3 into f3, this has been multiplied. x4 into f5, f4, x4 into f4 and x5 into f5. So these all will be multiplied, then that will be added together, and then you need to subtract by the number of frequencies. So number of frequencies you see f1, f2, f3, that is required to be added and that is required to be divided. So here you see an example how it has been solved. Your question has been given, you see. So easy it is. Suppose it has been given. Here you see these data has been written. Here you see 60, 63, 66, 69 and 72. These we have assumed x. Then this is f. This is 4, 3, 2, 2, 1. This is f. Now f1, x1 we will find out. Then we need to multiply this. 60 into 4, 240. 63 into 3, 189. Like this we have multiplied. So finally what we have got? Sigma. This is called sigma. So what formula we will write? First of all, you need to know this is called sigma and this is the sign for summation. This is the sign for summation. Sigma is the sign for summation. So mean is equal to what? Mean is equal to sigma fi into xi divided by sigma fi. So fi into xi, what we have written? What it is? F means xi is x, how many times are there? Because many times observations you have, many times frequencies you have, that's why we have written fi into xi, means f1 to n, x1 to n, f1 to n. So sigma fx, in short you can say sigma fx by sigma f. Sigma fx is what? This data 771 by 12. So in this way mean is required to be found out. Now here you see, in the same way other examples have been given. So you need to go through properly. I hope you will understand. This is not difficult. In the same way you need to do. Here you see one question and this is very important. Example 8. If the mean of the following frequency distribution is 8, mean has been given. Already mean has been given. You need to find out P and here you have P. So in the same way you need to do calculation. X term you see xi 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 frequencies are there and f into x you need to find out. So here you had P, so 9 into P we have written. Now sigma fx we will do. So all the numbers we will add, 9P also will be added, so we will write 303 plus 9P. Here we have 41 plus P. Now mean will be what? Mean will be sigma fx by sigma f. So 303 plus 9p divided by 41 plus p. A mean has been given, that is 8. So we will write 303 plus 9p divided by 41 plus p is equal to 8. Now this is required to be simplified. How we will simplify? 303 plus 9p we will write 8 into 41 plus p. Cross multiplication we will do. So this is required to be multiplied. So this has been multiplied. Now p term you see, this is variable 9p and 8p we will take left side. We will keep left side, and this we will keep right side. So 9p, this 8p we will take left side, sign will be changed. So it will become 9p minus 8p. 9p, this will become, just you see, this will become 9p minus 8p is equal to 328 minus 303. 9p minus 8p is equal to p. Suppose 9p means 9 pencil, you suppose, minus 8 pencil will become 1 pencil, means p only, and 328 minus 303 will be what? Just you subtract. 8 minus 3 is equal to 5, and this is 2 minus 0 is equal to 2. So 25 you have got. So p you have got 25, and this you had to find out. So in this way this is required to be done. So I hope you understood. So in the same way you need to do. Now we have exercise. So again, as I told you, in exercise all the questions are not to do. These define the terms. This question you do, this is important for exam. These questions just you go through properly by yourself. So in this chapter, question number 1, these I think you will be able to do. Question number 5 is so easy. You find out and you fill in the blanks, you do by yourself. These questions you see, question number 6, so easy it is. Find the mean of first 5 natural number. So how will you find out 5 natural number? Mean of 5 natural numbers. So easy it is. Just you see, 5 natural number will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You have to find out mean of this. So what we will do, we will add this number, and we need to divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 numbers are there. What we will get? 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15 by 5 is equal to 3. So your answer is 3. So in the same way other questions are there, just you go through. I think you will be able to do. One question I have taken from here, so up to 10 you do by yourself. 11, question number 11 I am going to show you how it to be done. Rest of the question you try by yourself. Otherwise, for the exam, question number 11 up to 10 over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 10, means up 1 to 11 you must do for the exam. So question number 11, just you see how it will be solved. I am going to show you. So here we have question number 11. The following table shows the weights in kg of 15 workers in a factory. 15 workers are there and their weight has been given. So weight in kg, just you see, number of workers, 4 workers you have, they have 60 kg weight. 63 kg weight, you have 5 workers. 66 kg, you have 3 workers. 72 kg weight, you have 1 worker. And 75 kg weight, you have 2 workers. Now you need to find out weight in mean weight. Mean weight you have to find out. So how we will solve this question? So easy it is. Just you see. So here you have here you see how it will be solved. Weight has been written, and that is 60, 63, 66, 72 and 75, and frequency has been written. Now you need to multiply this. 60 into 4 means 4 6 ja 24, means 240 it will be. Then 5 3 ja 15 and 5 6 ja 30, 30 and 1 31. 3 6 ja 18, 3 6 ja 18 and 1 19, and this will be 72, and this will be 7 2 5 ja 10, 2 7 ja 14 and 1 15. Now we need to find out sum of this. So when you are adding this, what you will get? When you are adding this, you will get 5 and 8, 13 and 2, 15. 5, 1 you have 5, 6, 15 and 7 will be 22 and 5, 27. 2 you have 2 and 2, 4, 4 and 3, 7 and 1, 8 and 1, 9. 975 you have got. Here this is required to be added. 4 and 5, 9, 9 and 3, 12, 12 and 1, 13 and 2, 15. So this is your sigma Fi, and this is your sigma Fi into Xi. This you have. Now you need to find out what? Mean. So how will you find out? Sigma Fx by sigma F. So here you see, we will write therefore mean weight is equal to sigma Fi into Xi divided by sigma Fi. So that will be equal to 975 divided by 15. Now you divide 15 6 ja 90 and 15 5 ja 75. So 75 kg will be your mean weight and this will be your answer. So easy it was. So only what you have to do, X and F already will be given. You need to multiply this. Then you need to add this. It will become sigma Fx. And if you are adding F all together, it will become sigma F. And then mean will be sigma Fx by sigma F. Put the value, divide that and you will get mean. So in this way you need to do. So for this chapter, important questions will be for the exam. Just you write down in your copy for the exam. All the definitions you need to remember. All the definitions you need to remember. Question number 1 to 11 you need to do. Question number 1 to 11 along with solved examples. This is going to come in your exam. So up to here you do for this chapter and be ready for the exam. Next day we will see next chapter. Until then, thank you.